Hello, my friends, viewers, and followers. I'm so glad you tuned back in. And today we are going to have another episode of Philothea, the reading. And for more episodes, you can watch at the playlist. I think we are at episode 43, so we have a whole bunch. The playlist is getting really, really long, but there's really, really good lessons in it. And I hope you are enjoying this little big series. So we are on chapter 33, balls and recreations which are lawful but dangerous. Balls and dances are in themselves matters in indifference, but the ordinary attendant circumstances have a tendency to evil, and consequently are perilous. They take place at night, and the darkness and obscurity add to the dangers of amusement in their own nature, so suspectable evil. Moreover, the long watching which they involve entails the loss of the following mornings, and thereby the service of God is neglected. Basically, going to church, going to mass because you're tired, because you partied in the evening. It is surely a folly to reverse day and night, light and darkness, and follow idle vanities instead of good works. Those who go to a ball carry vanity with them, and vanity has a great tendency to excite bad passions and blamable affections. Just, for example, women want to be admired. I mean, if you go to a party, you want to look good. So there's vanity in it, maybe too much emphasis sometimes in the outward look. So I remember I heard about this woman who never would go out unless she took a picture of herself and basically took a selfie and looked, and if it wasn't perfect, she wouldn't go out. So she would change her clothes or, redo her makeup or whatever it was. So I think that's a little bit excessive. So, you have to become, take judgment of yourself, your actions. If you just want to be liked, want to look good, and why do you want to look good? You want to look good for what reasons? Do you want to attract a lot of women? Although, for example, you have a wife or a girlfriend. So, thinking about these things, though, so there's the wrong reasons. Pliny says that mushrooms, being porous and spongy, easily imbibe any affection, so that if they are near a serpent, they acquire its venom. So balls and similar assemblies usually attract all that is least commendable, which envy, disputes, vexations, and imprudent attachments abound there, and find a more than usually easy access into the heart. It's not about balls, about the party. It used to be called balls, where you would go and dance. He means partying, basically, in nowadays terms. So idle recreations are generally dangerous, inasmuch as they dissipate the spirit of devotion, weaken our energies, cool our charity, and arouse many evil inclinations in the heart. Therefore, they should be entered upon with great caution. It is said that after eating mushrooms, you should always drink some good wine, and after mixing in some amusements, you should arouse some good and holy reflections, which may counteract any dangerous impressions made on your mind by the vain pleasure you have enjoyed. Suitable reflections would be, for example, number 1, whilst you were at this party, I call it now party instead of ball, there were souls in torment owing to sins committed or instigated under similar circumstances. 2nd, and at the same time holy and pious men were serving God, singing his praise and contemplating his beauty. How much better was their time spent than yours? 3rd, while you were dancing, some souls departed this life in bitter anguish, and thousands of men and women were wandering in the streets or lying on their beds of suffering. enduring the pains of fever and other diseases. They know no rest. Will you not pity them and remember that the day will come when you must suffer as they do now, whilst others will be dancing as you have done? Fourth, our blessed Lord, his mother, the saints and angels were watching you, and surely they pitied and lamented over you, seeing your heart occupied and pleased with such unsatisfying trifles. Number 5, and my dog just sighed really, really loud. I don't know if you could hear it. 5. Whilst you are thus engaged, time slips on and death draws nigh. He mocks you, calls you to join his dance. In with your music is the groaning for past sin, and in which you will make but the one step from life to death. This is the true pastime of men, since in it they pass in an instant from time to eternity, either of good or ill. God will inspire you with many similar reflections if you live in his fear. And we add this next chapter, when we may play or dance. Lawful games and dances should be a matter of recreation only, not of interest occupying but a short time, and that rarely. If they are habitual, they will become an occupation. You ask when we may indulge in them? The season for such ordinary diversions are more frequent, those for others very rare, inasmuch as they are more blamable and dangerous. But you may enjoy them under the safeguards I have mentioned. Then discretion and prudence dictate that you should comply with the wishes of that society in which you find yourself. Courtesy and kindness, the companions of charity, sometimes render unimportant things good, and those which are dangerous allowable. It's okay, Sam. My dog is watching, so there must be somebody in the yard, so he is a little barking. Let's find our place here. Courtesy and kindness, the companions of charity, sometimes render unimportant things good, and those which are dangerous allowable. They even neutralize the mischief in some things that are bad, so that games of chance, which of themselves are blamable, are not so when we play them from some good motive. Thus, St. Charles Borromeo relaxed when amongst the Swiss in certain matter concerning which he was otherwise strict, and St. Ignatius of Loyola accepted an invitation to play. St. Elizabeth of Hungary joined in dancing and other sports without prejudice to her devotion, which was so deeply rooted in her soul that just as the rocks around the lake of Riade grow beneath the dashing of the waves, her holiness waxed greater amidst the pomps and vanities to which her rank exposed her. Great fires flame all the more when the wind blows, but a little fire will be altogether extinguished unless it is sheltered. So basically, if you know that you can restrain from sin, it's okay to party. But if you're so tempted that you feel bad afterwards, or you fall into temptation, you drink too much, you're just forgetting about your duties in life, you're so distracted that at the end things happen that shouldn't have, you know what I mean, then it's not good for you to go. If you can restrain yourself and you can stick to the plan and stay sober or stay away from the temptation and just have a good time without making too much of it, then it's fine. But you be the judge of it, and nobody else can tell you. You need to be the judge of it, and you have to be honest with yourself. So I hope this was pretty understandable. You see the dangers in partying. There's drugs being used. I don't have to tell you, there's alcohol, there's flirtations, all these kind of things that, can tempt you to, not be faithful to your wife, to your girlfriend, to your man, or, you drink too much and you act in a way that you shouldn't, you're a fool, or, any other temptations, you know what I mean. So, stay away from them. So if you cannot take partying and it tempts you to do bad things, then stay away. God bless you. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Philothea. And I see you for the next episode. God bless you.